What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of my favorite things from winter 2024. There was a lot of things I enjoyed, from video games to anime to real life touching grass. And of course, guys, if you like this kind of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam. Hit that join channel member button below, and let's just dive into our very first game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So this currently my game of the year. I absolutely adore this game, and if you missed it, we did a full let's play on stream. I even had to play a bunch off stream just to get through it. Did all the story though, so if you want to watch it, definitely check out that let's play on the channel. And I had a phenomenal time. I mean, it just had the absolute pure joy of what makes a good Japanese role-playing game. You know, lots of comedic moments, great characters, character arcs, or expectations are met but also exceeded in so many different ways. Like 30 plus mini games, just bringing back to that era of 90s RPGs where not only were you playing it for the story and for the characters, but also for the side activities and the activities and the characters within this world that further build up the world that you're in. And just seeing everything from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth actually come to life compared to the original game is so crazy. In the open world, all the different cities, all the different characters. And as I mentioned before, they completely redid all those mini games. They added a whole new game in it with the Queen's Blood mini game, which might as well be its own video game in it as itself. And not only did I love everything that occurred in the story, and especially the ending, which was absolutely phenomenal, but I did enjoy the challenge runs. And this is going to be some footage for the challenge runs here, the last one. This took me so long, and we did eventually complete it. It ended up with me getting the platinum trophy in the game, which took me 155 hours, and it was just an absolutely crazy, nail-biting run. 3 days on this particular challenge, and then 2 tries on the very last one, so we were able to get it rather quickly, and it did take up all my time, so I am glad that I'm done with the game. I can actually play some other things that I missed out on, so they may show up in the next episode next quarter, but absolutely loved this experience, this challenge. It made me feel like, you know, a gamer with some good skills once again. You know, it's been a while since I've been challenged by a video game, so absolutely loved what we played in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The next game I loved, which we did a full let's play of on the channel, was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and I gotta say, I love this game so much. It's a very long game, but it's absolutely phenomenal, and this is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and they absolutely nailed it in the new location of Hawaii. And these games usually just take in Japan, but the fact that it takes place in America for the first time added so much to the general gameplay and the world and the atmosphere of Infinite Wealth. And I gotta say, they did a perfect job on nailing Kiryu's story arc in this game. His swan song, Ichiban fully takes the mantle of the dragon in this game as well. And the story is pretty emotional at times, but not only is the story emotional, we have phenomenal side content that's absolutely funny, zany. We have like a crazy taxi mini game, one of like 30 plus mini games that you can interact, which once again, I love RPGs with tons of little mini games and side stories. The sides content is crazy. You can be literally be the very best, like no one ever was in Sujimon. There's a whole Animal Crossing side content where you literally have to make a trash island into a 5-star resort by defeating all the trash pirates on it and making your island either sleazy or gaudy or whatever to attract different types of visitors to it. And I just love the general commentary on current day events. It's very contemporary, talking about like, well, rent is so high in Hawaii, which is why there's a massive homeless population, and they just talk about real world issues like that, and why like Japan has like all these nuclear issues as well. And it's such a cool video game franchise, and the fact that they can wrap it in some of the best turn-based content I've ever experienced in a video game, and the job system's phenomenal, and there's just so much depth, so much great post-game content too to 100% this game. It's just a perfect package, and Absolutely worth every penny. And now the last video game on this list is going to be Helldivers 2. And I gotta say, this is a phenomenon. This game has proven to me that live service games can actually be good if they're managed by a great team. And I'm not really into multiplayer games either, so this is pretty big for me. Get into a multiplayer third-person shooter. I did enjoy a lot of Helldivers 1 back on the PS3, but that was a top-down bird's-eye view shooter. This is a lot different with this third-person Helldivers 2, and I gotta say, I love all the changes. I love what they did, and the fact that this got my friend group back into shooters in general was an absolute treat for me. And I love the gameplay of this game. You're killing bugs, you're killing robots, but they completely play so differently. You're gonna have to switch up your loadouts, different tactics, and even within your teams, you know, everyone has to do their part. Everyone has to bring the right different loadouts to complement each other. And of course, when you go further up into difficulties, the more monsters spawn and different kinds will spawn in as well, which will be a much more added challenge, but the rewards are worth it. You get more guns, you get more armor, more call signs, more poses, and it's just a system that feels like you're being constantly rewarded for going out and completing a mission, and you don't even have to extract. So that's the best part. As long as you complete your objective, you'll get something. And if you just extract, you get even more, which is great. Another thing I love about Helldivers is just the commentary on the world. I mean, it's like fight for democracy, spreading freedom, you know, nuclear freedom. And it's just like a play on like American imperialism and how, you know, this isn't right. We are playing as the bad guys in the game, but it is fun to play it and shoot bugs, shoot robots. And I gotta say, the fact that we're getting constant updates with new battle passes, which are all can be earned for free within the game with super credits that you can find during missions, is great. And it seems like we're gonna be getting a lot more coming in some new updates, like a new faction is coming as well. So I can't wait to see how that goes and dive right back in. Now, leaving the world of video games and entering anime. So I watch a decent amount of anime, and there was one show in the winter season that really got to me, and that is Delicious in Dungeon, which is on Netflix, so I highly recommend checking it out. It's on its second core right now. It's still airing, but I absolutely adore this show because it's such a funny concept. It's a group of adventurers who are going through a dungeon where the main character, Laios, wants to eat all the monsters in the dungeon on his way to save his sister, who was eaten by the red dragon. Now, this gets you into a bunch of different funny situations with this phenomenal cast of characters. The English dub is actually quite good as well, so if you're interested in that, you know, I would actually recommend it in English if you're not into Japanese subtitles. But gotta say, characters are great. Love Marcel, love Chilchuck, love Senshi. They're just a great bunch of weirdos working together, eating all the monsters, and the comedy is absolutely peak. So I just highly recommend checking that show out. Last thing that I enjoyed during winter 2024 was my trip to Colorado to see my best friend for his birthday, but also go with my other good friend as well. And it's been a long time since I've actually gone on a trip on a nice little vacation, and it was something I definitely needed to step away from this screen, step away from work, and just hang out, not really care about anything else. And it was overall just a great trip. You know, got to actually touch some grass, touch some mountains, get that fresh air, and just had an absolute blast looking at nature, looking at the mountains. Crazy to see how these massive frozen reservoirs are and lakes. Trying out a bunch of different craft beers, which was always a great time too. Did drunk mini golf, and we went to like this really cool Japanese arcade where we stumbled into a weekly fighting game tournament, which was really cool as well. It had a lot of awesome old school fighting games and classic Capcom arcade games that I absolutely adore. So I had an absolutely phenomenal time. Can't wait to make my return trip. And there you have it, guys. Those are my favorite things for winter 2024. What did you enjoy in winter 2024? Let me know in the comment section below. And I want to make this into a series, so I'll try to see you guys back towards the end of spring with a new video of the things I loved in that quarter. And of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.